When you see Chelsea in the form they're at the moment, how do you work out a strategy to be able to put them under pressure and beat them?
Well, that's a good question. It's a question, of course, that so many teams this season have tried and failed so far. I'm not so certain it's a question of strategy. I think it's more a question of making certain that your team is well prepared for the challenge they're going to face, and that the players who go onto the field against Chelsea on Sunday really do their jobs and really follow, if you like, the team plan and the game plan that we've sorted out together. And of course, those game plans, they're not wondrous things. They are plans which come about through weeks and weeks of hard work on the training ground to make certain that when the other team have got the ball, you know what you're doing defensively, and when you've got the ball, you know what you're doing offensively. We've just got to be good at our game and be aware that they pose special threats, and we've got to do our best to make certain that we defend well against those threats.
When you talk about a game plan, do you devise a specific one for opponents like Chelsea?
Well, I never talk about game plans. I talk about principles of play. I talk about shape of the team. I talk about making certain that whatever team we play against, we're aware of where their strengths come from in terms of our preparation for the game and the videos and the work we do in training to prepare the game. But I don't necessarily call that strategy or game plan. I call it the work that every team needs to do week in and week out before they meet an opponent. And a lot of what we do is important for us against all opponents. You know, it doesn't vary. We'll do it here, but we won't do it there. We try and do it all the time. It's just that when you play against the top teams in the league, you realise it's more and more important that you get it right and that you don't make any errors, and that people are really fully focused on their jobs to make certain that we make life as difficult as we can for Chelsea in terms of scoring goals against us.
When Chelsea are on top of their game, can they be at times unstoppable?
Well, I don't think any team's unstoppable, quite frankly. I mean, at the risk of sounding blasé, I think all teams, however good they are stoppable. All teams, however good they are, will have bad days. All teams, however good they are, will lose matches. You know, they might not lose many in a season, but they'll lose some. So, to some extent, you hope that come Sunday, they might not have one of their better days. That would assist us. Or, by contrast, we might have a very, very good day and cause them plenty of problems, and that's, of course, what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm working for.
Final question, would you see them as potential champions again from what they've shown already this season?
Yes, of course I would. I don't think that's an easy question to answer, because they are currently top of the league. They're pretty much clear, if you like, of the teams at least in 4th and 5th place. They've got plenty of competition still from Arsenal and Manchester United, but already the teams below that are starting to trail somewhat, and of course they're not losing. They're not losing in the Champions League, they're not losing in the league. And even on the occasions when sometimes they haven't produced their best form, they've still got victories. So anyone who says, I don't think Chelsea have a good chance of winning the league this year, would be foolish. But on the other hand, I think they've still got a long way to go. You know, we've only played 10 games. That's a lot of games left to play. And I'm pretty sure that Carlo Ancelotti would not appreciate me saying Chelsea are favourites or Chelsea are going to win the league, because he's an experienced manager and he knows how quickly things can go wrong and how quickly 5 successive victories can become 2 or 3 defeats and a draw in the next 5 games.